What's going on, family? Like checking in with you this morning. Had a few people asking me a couple of things I wanted to kind of address. So I just wanted to come to you this morning, address a couple questions on how to promote, advertise, and network your independence. There's many ways to promote yourself, but we're gonna have to get one thing, just one clear fact. We're just gonna go and throw this out there. It takes money to make money. So if you're trying to make money, then you're gonna have to come up with some type of budget to fund it before you actually start making money. And I think that was I really feel like that discouraged a lot of people from entering business and starting their independent welding businesses and companies and LLCs because sometimes they get discouraged on the capital that it takes to get started. But honestly, it doesn't take a lot. Depends on what you're trying to do, and even there's always ways around it, or ways to build up the capital, ways to get funding, ways to um, instead of going in debt, getting grants if that's what you into. So I think you need to do your homework first. So it's real valuable that you utilize the cell phone that you use all the time because you can Google a lot of the information on how to, a lot of current information on how to promote yourself on a small budget. So, I would say right now, one of the easiest ways to really get out there is using sources like Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn, YouTube. It's a lot of different Google. It's a lot of different ways to promote yourself, but certain things have different algorithms. So you might spend more money on one. Like I had one of my one of my followers out of Alabama told me he ended up spending a little more than he expected on a Google ad versus what he was spending on his Facebook ad, and he really just didn't see the benefit for the price that he had to pay, for that one. So sometimes it is a trial and error thing. What I mean, I have spent money to promote myself that thought I was doing it the correct way, and I didn't. So I think that doing your homework and really finding the right people to put the money, to put the money behind what you're trying to do. Local things are good too if you're in a local group and you're trying to keep yourself promoted in a local area. And, having some type of online presence is very important. Like very, like I can't stress that enough because just the way things are moving right now, you know, mobile is the way to go. If you have something that's mobile where you can have it on demand or be able to go to a customer's needs, to help fix an issue, that's where everything is going. So, having a mobile business is very important. And one thing about having a mobile business and promoting yourself, see it to put a billboard up in certain areas is almost like an act of Congress. You know what I'm saying? So you have to pay the billboard people, and sometimes they can get expensive. And then if you're trying to promote certain things, you can only promote them in certain signs, certain sizes at times, in certain cities, certain places. So one thing that is a best form of promotion that you have all the time is your vehicle, your rig or your personal vehicle too. If you move around and you travel a lot, you need to have that information on your personal vehicle because you never know who see it and you never know the opportunity of the people that you're gonna run across that you're not even thinking that you're promoting. And then the cool thing about it, you can promote everywhere. You can promote in Walmart parking lots. You can promote at the gas station. You can promote when you're going out to eat. You be promoting when you're having luxury time or with your friends or when you on a business trip. You're always advertising and promoting yourself, and a lot of it isn't real expensive. Now, if you get to going into the expensive wraps and stuff, it can get expensive, but If that's what you want to get into, then that's fine. I mean, I never had a full wrap. I always had partial wraps. So that works fine for me. But I never had a full wrap, which I probably get one though. But I haven't had one up to this point. I always get partial wraps. But it all depends on what type of vehicle you got and how you want to promote. You can get the little magnet signs. Me personally, I never really liked the magnet signs because they were square. It looks kind of like, I'm trying to do it. I always was taught, even if you are a small business, when it comes to promoting yourself and advertising yourself, you want to do it like you're a big business. You want to think big anyway, regardless of you being small. You ever seen that? You ever seen that small dog that always, bark like he big and ready to tear you up, and you get ready to turn around and take off? Sometimes that's what you got to do. You got to be able to look professional, even though it might cost just a little bit more. So if I spend $50 on a sign, a magnet, and I could spend 150 on a cutout graphic that could be on the door, on the back of the tailgate, or whatever, then to me it looks a little bit more professional. And then it also let a person know this person is serious, about this. So to me, I think that, I heard a guy say one time, "Oh man, this is my show truck," and I'm trying to figure out what do he mean by the show truck if you working a show truck, oh man, I got this show truck I take out every now and then to, you know, in shows, but he's not making no money on it. He's just driving around and talking about it's a show truck because he got some rims on there. It's a newer truck. I don't get it. I guess he's showing people his truck. It's not a show truck. He's showing people his truck. I just thought that was, hilarious. I ain't gonna lie. I'm like, man, you ain't making no money. You willing to work for somebody making pennies while you claiming you got a show truck. So sometimes we do things backwards, man. Some people get caught up in brands and want to have the newer vehicles, but have debt over your head. See, the whole thing is if you're gonna promote yourself properly, you want to have less debt. That way, your money, your cash flow isn't going into that because literally, like I had to learn the hard way. The more you promote yourself with finances in the right areas, then the better you are with your business. Like it helps. It helps take you places that you couldn't take you. Like your advertising money can end up being in front of people that you would have never been in front. It'll target the right people. It's just the way the system works. I mean, I'm gonna tell you something that I realized one day, and maybe you should try this if you got a smartphone. You should try this if you got Facebook, or especially Facebook. If you got a Facebook app on your phone, and you may have the Amazon. Amazon a good one. Okay, say you got Amazon. Say you're searching on Amazon, you're looking for something specific, and you did a couple searches, maybe on some welding or some business material. You looking up these searches, and then later, a day or maybe some hours later, you hit Facebook just to check out some of the latest posts or see what's going on or whatever. And you see some ads in there pertaining to what you just was looking at on what you call, and I could even show, oh, look, we got the same deal available on Instagram, or I mean available on Amazon. And it's crazy how the information of your search is passed down. And I was looking at that, and it just hit me one day. It was like, you know what? We freely give our information out on the apps once you accept this and that. And then they, with the way that marketing goes, they, they can instantly throw it back in front of your face. See, that's the deal. Like with TV and how strong the TV is, and how TV is so popular and inside of every home because it's able to reach different people at different time in different households. So we have to network and think that same way. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like when it comes to the marketing, I mean, comes to the advertising, you just have to find a budget, and you have to advertise with the right people because we can make the wrong decisions. So you want to find the right company or people to network, foot team, or you doing it yourself, however you want to do it. You just want to make sure that it's the right people. That way you don't spend a lot of money and don't get nothing out, because I've been there too. I have spent deposits and did stuff and didn't even get nothing out of it. Like, it was terrible. So And it just made me think about how important it is just to plan. Like I say, do your homework and check a person, check ratings, check reviews. When you're looking at certain items and certain people you want to invest in, always check the reviews, man. Always do your homework. I told my cousin and a friend of mine, they was wanting to get a new ride, a new truck or car or whatever, and they was like, "Yeah, man, this look nice, man. I'm gonna get a good deal." I said, "What is it?" I said, "Man, have you checked out the reviews and seen, what's up with that one? Have you seen any recalls?" And he looked at me like, "Man, you do all that?" I'm like, "Man, why not? You might buy something just because of what it looks like, and do a little homework, and it tells you the transmission and needs to go out quick. Everybody had a problem with them. Do you want that type of problem?" You know what I'm saying? If this is known for that, I just do a little research. That way, it'll keep me from having so big of a headache in certain areas. So I think, you know, Googling, searching, all of that's going to help you with your promotion and your advertisement. And the best way, like I say, one of the ways where you can just stand out is promoting on your vehicles. Because just think, you can promote on a vehicle and leave that vehicle in a spot and it'll always promote, or you're riding and it'll always hit certain people, and you never know who will see it. And people tend to gravitate to things for different reasons. It might be the graphics, it might be the name, it might be the, man, I'm looking for some welding right now. You never know whatever it is that you do, because I have seen people that I needed and I noticed it on the vehicle, and I walked up to them or got the number, like, "Yeah, I'm gonna hit them up in a minute, say the number and come back to them later." So, I think that it's a big thing to promote on your vehicle, like somehow on a tag or like something, you know what I mean? Because that can really help. That can really speak volumes. And the more professional it looks is even better. You don't have to spend a whole lot to look professional, to look clean. You know what I mean? I got shirts that I wear that's called that me and a friend of mine, classmate, came up with, called Clean 101. Class is in sessions and we're gonna teach you how to be clean. You ain't got to spend a whole lot to be clean and just look good and look nice, And I remember people used to tell me at one time before I stayed in welding gear a lot, I used to like to dress like a lot. So I spent a lot of vain money on, polo, boots, clothes, you know, that was my thing at one time. And I remember one of my partners always telling me, said, "Man, you know how to dress, boy. You stay clean." And said, he said, "Man, who be putting them outfits together?" Because I could figure something. He'd be like, "Man, that's neat," But it just I just thought it was art. I'm an artist, so I expressed in my art and the way I dressed and the way I carry myself, and even my my beard and the way you know I, I um I represent myself. It's all a part of my art, all a part of how um, I believe in being an artist. You know what I mean? And I think that promoting yourself in different ways like that helps you stand out. I can't tell you how many people I have met doing business with that once they meet me and we're in a conversation, they never forget the way I carry myself. That's a good way to promote yourself and advertise. It's the way you carry yourself, the way the confidence. It's not being cocky, it's not being arrogant. I mean, you're just confident person, just sure. And making someone else feel sure that you're sure. Like not feeling like, man, I'm gonna have this person do this and they can do this. Like I did a project here for a lady, and she literally let me have my space and did what I did. And when I told her I was done and they went out there and checked it out, they was amazed. Like I gained a new level of respect. She didn't have to say, "I respect you," to say, "I respect you." You know what I mean? So I think that showing your work ethics is a great form of advertisement, a great form of promotion. You know what I mean? Because when people see that, when you do a job right, and we know you're gonna be clients where every client, it don't matter if you hung the moon, they'll say you need to go a little bit to the left. It don't matter. Some people are just complicated, but on the majority good scale, you're gonna meet on the majority level. You're gonna meet good people, and you're gonna have to discern how to network with these people. Okay, a lot of times you'll chase the money. Don't just chase the bag. Meet the person first. Say, "Hey, can we talk? Can we meet in person? Can we talk?" And a lot of time you can even tell from the demanding demeanor over the phone, or once you meet them, you'll see how complicated they are just by telling you, "So okay, nah," and then be like, "Nah, I'm good. I don't want to." I done passed on some stuff because I just didn't want the headache. And to me, I think when we building and finding our independence, man, the great form of being independent is being at peace, you know, not being stressed. I have seen a lot of business owners who was successful financially, but man, they were stressed all the time. I'm like, man, I don't want the stress. So I feel that we can have both, you know, but it's just a way we have to realize what we really want. And everybody do things for a different reason. Like I say, um, I like nice things, but I'm not gonna burn anyone for no money. I would rather sit back and figure something out than go on a limb. I'm just me personally, and I'm not gonna disrespect anyone, step on someone, belittle someone for some money. That's not me. But everybody, like say, situation is different. But I think that one of the greatest things though is showing your work ethics because people respect it. And like I say, that opportunity opened up another door, and then I got another door from one person that I did one small job for. You see what I'm saying? So you never know. But that way is a great way. So when it comes to promoting, advertising, and networking, um, I think the networking part is, to me personally, is networking with people of like-minded business people. I like to, if you consider yourself a boss, then you need to learn how to talk to bosses and greet them and hold conversations and feel comfortable because knowing who you are, because you're not pretending this is who you are. And since I've been here, I have noticed how when you are a boss inside, when you feel, when you are a leader, when you're an owner, when you know that this is your drive, people that are owners see you and respect the drive. And you won't talk to just someone regular. I done had an employee try to knock what I was trying to do. And then I met the owner. He was like, oh, yeah, 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 that's fine. Since I've been here, you know what I'm saying? So it's just a trip on how things go. And I just think that the way we network is really being around kings. There's a proverb that pretty much says that your gift will sit you amongst king, amongst kings, and not regular man. Not like an average person. Like when you gifted, and to me, being an entrepreneur, wanting to be independent, having that drive, to me, that's a gift alone because that's not average. That's not the majority because the majority gonna go with the flow, with the system, and we don't want to go with the system. We want to create our own system by using the system. You know what I mean? Not allowing the system to use us. I like to tell people that I don't work for anyone but me, but I work with everyone. See, it's a choice of words. You know what I mean? I want to work and network with people. Like, I don't mind traveling. I travel and help people do different things. Like, it's cool with me. But working for certain people is not good because certain people, I have learned that a lot of people don't know how to deal with their unrealistic expectations, and they talk to their employees a certain way. And I have seen it many a times. Like, I'm paying you, I own you. And I had to countless times pull coattails, you know, when I was going out of the career, what going out from working for people like as far as like punching the clock. I did a lot of small in Phoenix. I did a lot of small turnarounds, and just to get side money, like I called it ATM money. I do some turnarounds for different companies, but I make sure I'm getting what I want. You know what I mean? And I do that easy money, but it wasn't never no, oh, you own me, you bought me. You know what I mean? Nah, I wasn't with that. You know what I mean? I wanted my freedom, so I had to network. I had to learn how to network properly, but I network myself by doing, like I say, turnarounds, doing plants when they was down on a downtime, um, doing side structures when a contractor had a project might last a week or 2 or 3 weeks or maybe a month, you know. But the way I did it is I never depended on one. And that's the way, this is what I want to leave you with because this is very valuable. Never depend on one single contract just because you get something, ooh, this is going to feed me. always hustle, always keep something else coming, because if you depend on that one, then when anything happens, it's going to cause you to stagnate. It's going to cause you to stress and cause other things to come on your plate when you always networking yourself, advertising, promoting. You're doing all of this, even though while you got this one good job or one good contract or whatever you're trying to knock out. Like, never stop maintaining your independence. Never stop promoting yourself, because you don't even want that contractor to feel that he got you. You know, you ever felt like that, like working with someone where you needed the money at the time and they knew you needed the money, so you just had to deal with this at the time. You're like, man, I got to deal with this asshole. I've been there. I know you have. I know I'm not the only one that had to deal with an asshole because you was in a bind. Or a bind that maybe you created, or maybe just life happens sometime. Like, damn, I got to fix this. I've been there, man. So being an entrepreneur, being a owner, sometimes we make decisions and have to sell things, sacrifice our ownership on other things to be able to promote the grand idea. And some things can't be avoided. So, like I say, it's a part of just getting in the ring. It's a part of learning how to walk. You're gonna fall. There's no way around it. What child have you ever witnessed that just jumped up and just started walking and you never hit the ground? Like, damn, he just started, just walk straight in the bathroom. It don't work like that, man. You're gonna stumble. You got to get used to it. You ain't, you see it happening, but you see others doing it. So you can do it, but you got to trust yourself. And to me, I think that that basic step of trusting yourself like a child when you walk, it's the same thing when you building your independence, because you see others, we see others with big corporation independence, they doing their thing. We might know a friend that's doing his thing, and we like, man, I know I can do this. But it's all about gaining that confidence and that strength in our legs to actually do it, ourselves. So one of the things I will always say, man, before I'm out, is to network yourself like that. Network yourself in ways where you never depending on one source, where you're learning how to create the passive income. And everybody is different. Like I said, I have a few different things. People got kids, bills, so sometimes things get tight because you're trying to take care of everything, and that's just what it is, until you start freeing up some extra finances, like cutting off some extra bills. So it's going to be a sacrifice that's going to have to be made in this process, regardless. But I feel that the great victory of it is knowing that if there's no struggle, there's no progress. So we're gonna struggle all the time, but we're gonna be progressing all the time. You know, sometimes I have to be reminded of where I'm at and where I've been. I'm like, man, I've already survived this, and it's crazy how we'll go through something and we'll forget about how we just survived something else. It's just a process. We're gonna have to be coming in or going out. So just keep that in mind. And that three-step process is very vital to us promoting advertisement and networking. You know, that's why I say, the three, because things comes in threes, at times. And I just feel like if we promote ourselves correctly, if we advertise ourselves correctly, and we network with other bosses, and we network using all sources, income, vehicles, um, work ethics, you know, don't limit nothing. Don't think that, oh, I'm just gonna network this way. Nah, can you network four ways? Well, let's do it. I think that we need to start multitasking more. So start multitasking, start really doing more with your time, or do a job, and while in the midst of doing a job, stop for a couple minutes to do a quick video, jump back on the job. It's not going to hurt you, or have someone, that way you keeping archives and you documenting and you creating content and you can go back to it and get something else out of it. That's how you network, man. It's not stopping. It's 365. I had one of my guys say it's 365 grind time. 365. And when you networking and promoting yourself on your vehicles, on your page, on your website, on your clothing, when you networking, always it's gonna happen. People gonna remember you, you know. So a guy said, "Man, what you wear?" I said, "My own." I wear everybody else all that time, you know. So I still like polo. I got polo. I like nice stuff, but on the average, you gonna see me in me, because I represent me. I know that if anything happened, I know I'm gonna take care of me. I know that other company isn't. So think about that when you're advertising and you're promoting and networking yourself. So enjoy your day. Y'all be blessed. Hold on.